Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Masters of the Universe Classics Hero 2, also known as Dare, Son of He-Man. Let's check him out. As you can see, he comes in that standard Masters of the Universe Classics blister card packaging, fully showcasing the action figure within. And if you rotate that around to the back side of the box, we get a look at several other figures from the Classics line, and down below that, we're presented with a brand new bio for the Son of He-Man. Alright, I am a bit behind on this, but hey, I'm a bit behind on everything. This was the last figure of 2015, and I finally have a chance to open him up and check him out. So here we go. As you can see, I've got him standing here wearing a very New Adventures of He-Man looking outfit. Hero 2 actually came packaged with this particular power harness on in the box, but we also had this one in the package as well. The reason for this is because there are two very distinct looks for Hero that we're going to talk about throughout this video. Now, if you are unfamiliar with this character at all, Hero Son of He-Man comes from, well, two different pitches for a Son of He-Man cartoon series, one of which we only learned about just a few years ago. One of them became New Adventures of He-Man eventually, which is why he has the blue pants and the silver armor. He looked a lot more like New Adventures of He-Man ended up looking. The other pitch from Filmation had him looking much more like He-Man, wearing just the loincloth and the harness and everything. So both of those were two different pitches. They never went through. However, Hero has now been officially brought into the Classics canon and has been seen wearing both of these outfits in the new mini-comics. So now we have him here in action figure form. I want to start with the head sculpt on this guy because I want to say that the Horsemen did an absolutely amazing job with this. The head sculpt on this is fantastic. It is a really good job of looking like He-Man, but also not looking like He-Man, all at the same time. And I know that might sound weird, but I think they just did a really good job of nailing the fact that this isn't He-Man, but is definitely his relation. You can see he's got the long ponytail here, very similar to New Adventures He-Man, but it's much longer. Got the nice little blue braid in the hair there that's kind of holding it back, the tie. And just a really, really great paint job that brings out the fantastic sculpt of this. I love it. Now, if we move down the figure here, like I said, we've got him wearing very New Adventures of He-Man-esque armor. It's done in this great kind of gunmetal silver color there. We got some nice red highlights. The brown around the shoulders looks great because it's kind of looks like fur sticking off of the shoulders, which I love. Kind of gives it that barbaric yet futuristic look. I think that's a great, great touch. We've also got the nice little holster on the back here for a sword, which is very good. Love all of the intricate details of the circuitry and everything. And as we move down the figure, the belt piece, got that kind of like Hero logo there, but also very New Adventures looking as well. It's silver. Worked into the sculpt is the second belt that's got the nice holster there for his blaster. Again, we got that great kind of classic Hero logo there on the belt. We do have the removable blaster pistol, which we'll take a closer look at. It's very nice looking, except for the fact that I do have a bit of a blue paint smudge there, which is on the black belt. Otherwise, the rest of this guy looks very nice and crisp and clean. Very bright blue pants, which really relates to New Adventures of He-Man, but then he's got those classic boots on. The furry boots, great 3 tones of color. I love it. It's like a light brown for the fur, and then 2 different shades of brown for the boots themselves. So overall, I gotta say that the paint and everything on this is really, really great. I think the sculpt is good. He's a very good looking figure overall. So if we want to go ahead and do the armor switch, it's very easy to kind of swap that on and off. It works just like we've seen with the other armors, like the New Adventures of He-Man armor. You can see we've got the same little straps here on the side. It does look a little puffy on him as a result, which we've seen in the past because of the lats down there. But you can easily pop the head off. We can remove that armor if we want to. And we can place this awesome new blue armor on as well. Now, this blue armor I really like because this is directly from that Son of He-Man Bible from Filmation. Some of the concept art in there, that is exactly where this came from. And it's very, very cool looking. I love the design. I love the colors. 2 tones of blue. We got some nice metallic blue on there. And there's a really great clear red gem right there in the center of the chest, which really makes it stand out. So very cool look for the character. And here's a couple different fun things you can do with this, actually. You can wear this on this particular figure with this blue pants, or we can do a little bit of a body swap. The original intention for this particular armor was to put this armor and the hero head on the Vicron body, which gives him the more barbaric look, and while it's not perfect, it is still very close to that original Son of He-Man pitch from Filmation. So very cool, and it's neat that we've got a couple different ways that we can display this particular figure. So let's go ahead and talk articulation. He's very basic as far as all that goes. The head's on a nice ball joint, so you can move it all the way around, roll around forwards and backwards. Nice ball joints at the shoulders, not hindered by the armors whatsoever, even the one with the nice little shoulder piece here. Swivel at the bicep, standard joint at the elbow, swivels at the wrist. You got that nice ab crunch there, as well as a swivel at the waist. You do have the nice ball joints at the thighs. I love the way that they work the pants. Looks perfect on there. Swivels at the thighs, standard single joint at the knee, swivels at the boot cut, and then we've got the nice tight ankle articulation with no pins showing, so we don't have any ankle problems whatsoever. Really great posability, exactly what we've come to expect from a basic figure in this line. Okay, so first things first with the accessories, we're going to go back to that little blaster that I showed you guys that was holstered at the side. Good little blaster weapon there. You can see it's just a solid black. It's got that same kind of shine to it that his armor does, but it's a bit of a darker color. It's not like the same gunmetal color, but I do like the nice shine to it. And of course, you can get him to hold that in his hands just fine. The right hand has got a bit more of a looser grip, so it holds it really well, but you can get it in the left hand as well if you want. But of course, if you want Hero to be more like his father, then you gotta give him a power sword. And this particular figure comes with a very special power sword. This particular power sword is based on the original design from the mini comics and the vintage toy line, done by Alfredo Alcala. That's right, we finally have ourselves an Alcala power sword in the line, and it is gorgeous. It's got a nice silver shine to it. It's nice and sturdy, has a great design, and it looks really great in the hands of Hero, but you can also put that with your Savage He-Man or your Ular figure, and you can create yourself a really nice Alcala He-Man, complete with his Alcala power sword. Another great way to display He-Man in this line, something that I think Mattel and the Horsemen have done such a good job with. We have so many different ways we can display our hero now, depending on your particular taste. So there you go, my friends. There is a look at the final figure of 2015 and technically the final figure of the original Masters of the Universe Classics line. Now, the line is continuing with Collector's Choice and the Filmation lineup, the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe lineup, but this was technically meant to be the final figure in the line, giving us Son of He-Man. And to be perfectly honest, he's a figure that I personally never really needed or never really demanded. I always thought the pitches for the original series was a cool idea. I thought it was neat getting to check out both versions of that pitch, but I still never longed for a figure. I will say this though, Mattel and the Horsemen did an amazing job with him. There's really nothing you can complain about as far as an action figure goes. He's a very well-made figure. He's got great paint deco, he's got a really great accessory in that Alcala power sword, and you've got a couple different options for displaying him by mixing and matching parts. So, you can do with him what you want, but I'm going to proudly display this guy in my collection, because I really like the way he turned out. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe so you never miss out on one of my videos. Until next time, my friends.